Good morning. My name is Charles Wagner. I am the founder of conveys.com. It is Tuesday, April 9th, 2024, and this is episode number 36 in our testimony sharing series. This is also episode number 89 on the Conveys Guide YouTube channel. We're getting closer to 100 videos. I'd like to read to you today from Luke chapter 12, verses 8 and 9. Luke chapter 12, verses 8 and 9, and I'll be reading from the NIV. I tell you, whoever publicly acknowledges me before others, the Son of Man will also acknowledge before the angels of God. But whoever disowns me before others will be disowned before the angels of God. We read from this passage that there's a very clear expectation that God has is that we will not run away from the gospel. We will not run away from sharing the gospel with others. We will not run away from the opportunity to share our testimony of what Jesus Christ has done for us. There is a divine expectation that part of being a believer in Jesus Christ is your willingness to tell others about it, to tell others about what Jesus Christ has done for you and how he has rescued you and redeemed you and restored you and renewed you and refreshed you. That comes with being a believer. That comes with being a Christian. Your willingness to tell your story with others, to tell what Jesus has done, giving him glory and honor. I'd like to share with you this chart that I put together, which to me breaks down this verse and helps us to understand why this is an issue for God, why it's important for us to share our testimony with others. We can see on the left-hand column that it's the column of acknowledging Jesus before others, and the right-hand side is the column for disowning Jesus before others. We can see from the very first row of this chart who is our number one, right? When we are willing to share our story with others, when we're willing to share the gospel with others, we are clearly stating we fear God, and he is the number one in our life. When we are reluctant to share our story with others for fear of the social ramifications for that, how we might be alienated from friends and family, we are actually saying that our fear of man is number one. It's idolatry. When we are more worried about what people think of us when we share our testimony than we are about obeying God to share our testimony with others, clearly, we have put people above God. We have made idols of people. It's called fear of man. Number two, we see that when we embrace the gospel restores my relationship with my Creator, and there is no relationship more important than me. So when I'm willing to publicly share my testimony with others, I'm saying Christ is number one, my Creator is number one, God the Father is number one, and I really don't care how people respond, because my relationship with God means more to me than anything else. However, on the other side, we read that I'm ashamed of the gospel. My friends and family will think I am foolish to believe in Jesus, and their approval is more important to me than my relationship with Christ. The third line, it takes courage and boldness through the power of the Holy Spirit to share the gospel and your testimony with others. It takes cowardice and insecurity through the denial of the power of the Holy Spirit to deny Christ, to withhold your testimony from others, to withhold the sharing of your faith with others. So when you share your story of what Jesus Christ has done for you, you are demonstrating courage that comes from the Holy Spirit. When you withhold your testimony from others, you are expressing cowardice, which shows the absence of the work of the Holy Spirit. Number four, when you share your testimony with others, when you share the gospel with others, you are obeying Jesus' command to share your faith. The Great Commission, go into all the world and make disciples of all nations. We are told to bring faith to other people, to help them in their relationship with Christ and their relationship with others. And part of that is sharing our own story. However, when we withhold our faith in Jesus from others knowing about it, when we keep it to ourselves, we are disobeying. We are deliberately disobeying a command of God to share our faith. Finally, When you share your faith with others, you are demonstrating your love for the eternal destiny of others. You show you care about where they end up. You show you love your neighbor as yourself. However, when you withhold the gospel from others, when you withhold your testimony, you are really showing a lack of empathy for others, a lack of compassion for others, a lack of love for others. So please keep in mind, according to this verse, that your willingness to share the gospel with others publicly, your willingness to share your testimony with others publicly, is a barometer about the well-being of your spiritual life. God bless.